I am the Corn Stalker, the harvester of souls and sorrows. It is my time to come alive for Jadensvideos Halloween 2016!
Hello Werewolf Army, this is Jade from Jadesvideos, and this is another Nightmare House 2016 build video. This Nightmare House 2016 build video, is on the final blueprints. What I mean by that is these blueprints are final. There's not going to be any more changes made to the blueprints. The haunt blueprints are complete, and all the scenes are decided and where they will go. And there are 16 scenes this year. There were 9 last year, so that's a lot more for 5 years of fear. So let's get into it. So the first scene, as you see, is the laboratory. It is Dr. Crazy's laboratory, and he has been conducting new experiments, a lot of bizarre and strange ones, but one of his most recent ones is to create life from bringing back the dead. So, will you be his next experiment? The next one is Shipwreck Island, which is a returning scene. The laboratory is a new one. Shipwreck Island, it's home to pirates and castaways and all sorts of different sea things, ocean things that you would see for Halloween. There's not really much explaining to do for it since it's from last year, but you know, it's fine. The government has made Dr. Crazy conduct many experiments for them, like bringing back the dead in last year's Zombie Wasteland. But in this new scene, Carnivorous Garden, the toxin that brings back the dead has spread to the plants of the once lovely garden and brought them to life. The virus from Zombie Wasteland has spread to a new area. In this new scene, Zombie Wasteland, City of the Dead. The virus is spreading more rapidly through Nightmare. It is now spreading to the town square, where zombies are taking over, and only few survivors will remain. Will you be one of those many survivors, or will you become infected? The next scene, Die-In, is kind of a spin-off of a movie theater. Instead, it's a drive-in theater. Back when Nightmare got its big upgrade in the 2000s, when people started moving back to Nightmare, right before it collapsed again and turned into the abandoned city that it is, the horror movie monsters escaped from the big screen and onto the streets. We all know the Hex family: Jack, Steven, soon to be Janice. But where are they buried? They are buried in a very special place in Nightmare, right outside the Haunted Mansion, and it is said to be haunted by their spirits. Welcome to this new scene. I forgot to say Die-In is a new scene. Welcome to this new scene, the Hex family cemetery. A returning scene, now returning for its 5th year at Nightmare House, which is how long Nightmare House has been around, so it's been here ever since the beginning of Nightmare House, the Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion was the historic Hex Manor owned by Steven before it became haunted by his and everyone else that was in the manor on the night of the killings that night. Until Death Do Us Part, a new scene, a creepy abandoned church that's been abandoned and rotting for years, now has wedding ceremonies that take place. But these wedding ceremonies aren't normal. These wedding ceremonies only consist of serial killers and skeletons, and the priest is even more frightening. Some say his name is the Boogeyman. Creepy Carnival: The Ghost Train is a brand new scene, which is a spin-off of Creepy Carnival. Have you ever wondered how all the clowns and all the killers get transported to the creepy carnival each year? They ride the ghost train, conducted by ghosts. All aboard, because this is going to be the ride of your life. A returning scene. The gates of hell is really just a fiery pit in the middle of Nightmare, which opened up due to Nightmare's collapse. Jack, however, sees horrific things inside, signaling his death. And they do the same for you. As you walk into this fiery pit, you will see things no other soul would ever want to witness. Dark Harvest Field of Screams, a returning scene. Every year around this time, the Dark Harvest comes around in the farm and now in the Field of Screams. The Field of Screams, the souls are harvested, but what happens to the bodies? They get turned into corn stalks, grinded up their flesh and turned into these corn stalks. Sometimes you can still hear them screaming in the fields. Island of the Headhunters, a new scene, right off of Nightmare, right on a castaway island. There has been headhunters who have developed there over the years. They worship many tiki gods and goddesses, and all they want is another head to complete their collection. Will you sacrifice your head to these crazed cannibals? The Voodoo Swamp, a returning scene. The scene where Jack was hung and a lot of voodoo takes place. Dr. Voodoo is said to live there and is the one who put the curses on Nightmare for anyone who steps foot to have an ill. I didn't know what I was gonna say. To have a bad fate. Let's just go with that. Will you survive the Voodoo Swamp? Blood Forest, a new scene, a spin-off of all the other forests in Nightmare House history. This forest is home to werewolves, vampires, bats, and many more creatures of the night. They are said to roam around only on the full moon, which this night is a full moon. Can you hear the howling? Deadwood, a little small area that's not considered a town, but instead a little sort of town within a town. It's the area of town, but they called it Deadwood. Rumor has it, the ghosts and skeletons of cowboys still haunt this place to this very day. Scary Christmas. It seems like Christmas has come a little too early this year. Santa Claus's elves came a little too early because his calendar was just a little bit off. Their first town to visit was none other than Nightmare. They got sucked into its evil, especially since it's Halloween night, and they turned into killers themselves, and Krampus thought he should join the party as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I cannot wait for Halloween. This is going to be a great year. As you can see, 16 scenes because it is 5 years of fear. This is the 5th year of Nightmare House. 5 years of fear is going to be a big one. And I really cannot wait to get it up and running. And I can't wait to see all your haunts. And I cannot wait for Halloween. It can't come sooner. So, keep howling at the moon, my werewolves. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.
Hey, come back. You don't play fair and you're making me angry. But maybe if you subscribe to Jadensvideos and join the werewolf army, I'll let you live another day. But it's not guaranteed.